Yeah. Big Rudy in the building. Dust Squad. You already know what time it is.
Started from the bottom, now I'm aiming for the sky. Everybody talking big, but they never even try. Stayed focused on the mission, kept my eyes on the prize. Every setback made me stronger, every loss made me wise. Money on my mind, got the hustle in my veins. Built it from the ground, now they screaming out my name. Never switched sides, never folded for the fame. Real ones beside me, yeah, we all became the game.
One shot, one chance, better all the night. Hands up to the stars, watch the city lights. No fear, no doubt, we were born to fight. This moment belongs to us, we own the night. One shot, one chance, better all the night. Everything we dreamed is finally in sight. No fear, no doubt, we were born to fight. This moment belongs to us, we own the night.
We on the move, got the whole squad rolling, every door closed. Found another one opening, people throwing shade, but the future keeps glowing. While the haters keep talking, we're the ones still growing. Got dreams, bigger than the money and the fame. Trying to leave a legacy, not just another name. Stay loyal from the start, that's the reason we remain. When the pressure gets heavy, we embrace the pain. To the doubters and the critics, watching from afar. Keep your comments, keep your noise, we're reaching for the stars. Every scar tells a story, every mile left a mark. Now we're shining so bright, lighting up the dark.
One shot, one chance, better own the night. Hands up to the stars, watch the city lights. No fear, no doubt, we were born to fight. This moment belongs to us, we own the night. One shot, one chance, better own the night. Everything we dream is finally in sight. No fear, no doubt, we were born to fight. This moment belongs to us, we own the night.
Big Rudy. Dust Squad forever. We came too far to stop now.
Hey, hey. Okay. I was stuck up in a storm, trying to find where I belong. Now I walk tall, I stay strong. God was with me all along. Appreciate the dust busters, appreciate Rudy too. When I was lost in the darkness, y'all help me make it through. Tell them I'm so free, no Henry Cord, God's got hold of me. I'm so free, no Henry Cord, broke every chain on me. Head high, strong faith, no shame on me. I'm so free, no Henry Cord, Christ set me free. Tell them I'm so free, no Henry Cord, God got hold of me. I'm so free, no Henry Cord, no fear controlling me. Walk by faith, not what I see. I'm so free, no Henry Cord, Christ set me free. Back from the shadows, yeah, I never really left. Life had me fighting battles, trying to find my next step. Dust busters held me down when I was fighting myself. When I felt broken inside, y'all reminded me of my strength. Through the static and storms, lost in the haze, God kept the light shining through my darkest days. Bills stacking high, pressure all around, but every time I fell, he picked me off the ground. Every scar got a story, every loss taught a lesson. Every prayer in the valley turned into a blessing. People trying to tell me how to live, but I follow God's plan. He gave me purpose and vision, now I know who I am. Running through the rain, now I'm healed up. Every setback only made me stronger. Faith inside my spirit can't steal that. God's grace carried me longer. Tell him I'm so free, no Henry Cord, God's got hold of me. I'm so free, no Henry Cord, broke every chain on me. Head high, strong faith, no shame on me. I'm so free, Christ every day. I really miss Dustin Rudy, wish I knew what he would say. Sometimes I look to heaven and I pray every day. Questions in my heart that may never be solved, but I trust God's timing while I'm moving on. Life is like a puzzle, piece by piece it fits. Even through the struggles, God don't ever quit. Problems keep revolving, pressure keeps calling, but through every storm I hear my Savior talking. People throw advice while they watch me bleed, but they don't know the battles or the things I need. I've been wrestling leanings in the middle of the night, still praising Jesus while I'm standing in the fight. Dust busters, this one's for the real ones, the ones who stay beside me when the road got rough. Built from faith and loyalty, stronger than before. God opened every window when he closed every door. Problems, how you gonna solve them? Give them to the Lord and keep on walking. Stress will drive you crazy if you hold it all alone, but God's peace will guide you when you're headed home. Problems, they keep revolving. Faith keeps growing while my heart keeps calling. Every piece of life is fitting in his plan. I may not understand, but I trust his hand. No chains on me, no fear on me. Jesus Christ is leading me. I'm so free, no Henry chords. Man, finally free now. Dust busters this and them's yours. We came through the chaos and opened new doors. God is good all the time. I'm so free, no Henry recorded. I'm so free, no Henry record.
Appreciate you, Dust.
Yeah. Some things you don't gotta explain. If you've been through it, if you lived it, if you know, you know. Yeah. Started from the bottom where the lights stay low. Dreams in my pocket, but the world said no. Cold nights grounded off full of stone. Built my own lane, now the path is my throne. People talk loud, but they don't really see. Every scar on my soul built the man I be. Pressure makes diamonds, yeah, that's how it goes. Real ones understand, if you know, you know. Late nights, no sleep, chasing that glow. Pain in the past, but the fire still grows. Truth in the struggle, strength in the soul. You don't need words, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. Through the fire and the rain we go. If you know, you know. From the shadows to the stage we go. Raise your hands, let the whole world know. Some things only the real ones know. If you know, you know. Yeah, 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 yeah. Walking through storms where the thunder rolls. Life tried to break me, but I kept control. Every closed door turned into a road. Every dark night made the fire explode. Loyalty deep like a code we chose. Fake ones fade when the truth unfolds. We keep it real, that's the life we show. No explanation, if you know, you know. From the pain came power, from the doubt came pride. Every battle fought, every tear we cry. We rise like thunder, hear the crowd explode. This is more than music, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. Through the struggle, the legends grow. If you know, you know. From the pain in the rocket flow. Raise your voice, let the whole world know. Some things only the real ones know. If you know, you know. Yeah, yeah, know.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Big Rudy Show slash Horror Show. Today we're gonna do special things. One, I want to say thank you for coming in. So I'm gonna get everybody a one applause being here. Thank to Chef Maku. Love the hate. Top one of my mods. The only mods I have. So so we're gonna honor him. It's gonna be a year I have him as a mod. So but I don't have a huge audience, so I only need one mod. So far I have 190 discover sub went up before what happened, leaving in the Discord of Henry Court, but on my views, not my views, my sub went down, but at least I get it up more. So I want to thank everyone being there. But you know what? It takes time to build you up. And lately it did. Let it hit 200 mark so I can wear my Pentagon mask so I can do a live stream. So yeah, so if you're not sub and also like the stream also before you get in or out or in the middle, I appreciate it and acknowledge you guys and your hard work. And so I got an email from my university that was 3 weeks ago. I'm getting my bachelor's degree in the mail, so I have to wait for 2 more weeks. And yeah, that's an announcement. Let's get into the content we have so far. My bad. So, if you know that this is a Teenage Mutant Turtle restaurant in Santa California, Santa Monica. So basically, I heard some good stuff about it, and it's for use.
Out the brand new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles pizzeria on the 3rd Street Promenade in Santa Monica. As soon as you walk through the front door, you're greeted by a giant mural featuring multiple generations.
So I really like the artwork they did, the Teenage Mutant Turtle. Really nice in detail.
Of the Ninja Turtles. Between the brick walls, checkered floors, colorful artwork, neon signs, and themed ceiling panels, it feels like stepping into a version of New York designed by Turtle fans. There are shirts, hoodies, pillows,
so they have merch, shirts, keychain. For the keychain, $18 each.
lanyards, and collectibles throughout the space.
And also they have Funko Pop of the Teenage Mutant Turtle.
Some of my favorite pieces
have a slice day. Like, the thank you bag. But they're really sick. The Teenage Mutant Turtle.
were the Have a Slice Day shirt, the Shredder artwork shirt, and the
Oh, I really like the skateboards. The boards look pretty nice. I like the Michelangelo, Donatello, Raphael, Leonardo. Look pretty sick.
TMNT skateboard decks. Nearby, there's even a wall designed to look like a stack of old televisions and stereo equipment straight out of the 80s and 90s. As you continue deeper into the restaurant, the purple and red sewer-style pipes run across the ceiling and led you toward one of the coolest visual features in the building, a Shredder-themed infinity mirror that almost feels like a portal into another dimension. Once you pass through that section, you enter the main dining area. Hanging overhead are neon signs featuring pizza slices, turtle imagery, and classic TMNT phrases. Along the back wall is a massive illuminated mural featuring the turtles overlooking the city
I like the mural also. It looks sick.
skyline with hidden Foot Clan members scattered throughout the artwork for fans to discover. There are glowing TCRI mutagen canisters bubbling away in the background, warning signs referencing mutagen substances. You'll also find an oversized Casey Jones mask, a classic TMNT arcade machine running Turtles in Time. Even the bartenders get in on the fun with Foot Clan-inspired uniforms. Francis decided to try one of the Michelangelo's Madness mocktails while we waited for our food. Eventually, it was time to pick up our order. Instead of walking up to a traditional pickup counter, you're greeted by a giant turtle
Oh, the turtle bus looks sick.
van facade. You actually reach through the front windshield area to grab your food. For lunch, I ordered the Cowabunga cheese, while Francis went with the TCRI slice, which was finished with a basil-infused olive oil that gave it a subtle green
Damn, that slice of pizza is huge.
color, fitting the ooze-inspired theme perfectly. The first thing that came to mind when I took a bite of the Cowabunga cheese was a pizza place I grew up with back in upstate New York called Sicilian Delight. The crust had a nice crunch, the sauce reminded me of the pizza I grew up eating, and the cheese stretched just enough without sliding completely off the slice. It was thin, but not too thin, with a solid undercarriage that made it easy to fold and eat like a proper New York slice. Honestly, it was one of the better slices I've had in a while. It wasn't trying to be fancy, it was just a really well-executed New York-style slice, and I'd absolutely order it again. To finish things off, Francis ordered the New York cheesecake
Cheesecake.
with blueberry compote, which made for a great dessert after all the pizza. What impressed me most about this place is that it doesn't rely solely on nostalgia. The Ninja Turtles theme is everywhere you look, but the pizza itself is genuinely good. The combination of solid food, creative design, hidden references, and attention to detail makes this feel like more than just a themed restaurant. Whether you're a lifelong TMNT fan or simply looking for a unique place to grab a slice in Southern California, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Pizzeria is definitely worth checking out. Today we're
Oh, dang. Let's go. That pizza. It's a pot sucker. Definitely allow. I know. I should go. It's like 2 hours away from me because it's a LA County area. So I had to take two trains to get there. So probably like 2 hours. But I will go check out the place and eat the pizza. Give it like a food credit report. Go. This pizza is good. I should go. Give him like a testing. I want to know, all you Southern California people out there, have you been there before? Just let me know. Like, comment, share. See you on the next video. Or maybe out of state people will try it. We'll see. So right now we're going to the next topic. Will be Funko Pop. 7 Funko Pop going up in value. for my boy Skid Rampage, and it's fair use.
Today, guys, we're back with trending Funko Pop news, and we have 7 Funko Pops going up in value. Hey, everyone, welcome back to a new video. I do hope you're enjoying your day today. So we have about 7 Funko Pops that are actively going up in value. Not as much as we normally do. Couldn't find as much this week. However, we still have some pretty good choices. And as always, if you guys have noticed any Funko Pops that are going up in value, leave a comment down below and I'll check it out for the next part. Before we go and get started, though, I do want to ask the question of the day, which is, do you have a Funko Pop or character in your collection that's missing a body part? And I'm going to go with Super 17 here. He's technically missing it. All right, so our first selection here comes from BTS, and we do actually have a jump.
You know, BTS, the Korean pop group. Be honest, I love their songs. I like Korean pop. Forget which one. Dominite, that's the one. Some other song, but I forgot a couple other songs' names. Been a while listening to them since 2019, so I never remember half the songs. But you know, Jay. So this Funko Pop is going up in value. So it's $60 right now. Before it was $15, but you can get a cheaper deal some other sites. So I would get the cheaper deal you can find on the Funko Pop.
Cook here. I believe this is a solo pop outside of the group. Estimated value around $60, and you can obviously...
Yeah, they have a solo group each one, or the one with the whole group. And the whole group, I remember it was like $100 for the whole group.
See where it jumped up a lot this year. Recent sales, $25, $17, $26, and $25. And then current listings range from as low as $17 again, up to $50 there. So I wouldn't say this one's quite at the $60 mark. However, all the cheaper listings have definitely been being bought up. And that's one of the reasons I wanted to mention it in today's video, because as things start getting bought up more and more, that's when the price is getting driven up. And there's really not a lot of this specific Jungkook Pop out there. So if you don't own it and you've maybe been trying to buy it, I would say keep an eye on it currently. Now, as to the particular reason why it may be going up, they did actually recently just have their tour. I don't know if it's finished. I know my wife just attended one of the concerts here in Florida not too long ago. So yeah, they have been touring, so maybe that's a reason, or if a more seasoned BTS fan has a specific reason, let me know down below. Okay, next up for pop movies, we have Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So we do actually have Guy.
So Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I'm not a fan of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but I heard a couple actors. There are different TV shows, though I like the actor, not the show.
I think that might be how you say that character's name. Estimated value around $60, and recently jumped up from the $40, $45 range. Recent sales, $75, $60, $60, and $70. I don't know if they had 2 or it's a duplicate listing there, but current listings do actually range from $100, $110, and then I found a couple on Whatnot around the $50 to $60 range. So what happened with this pop in particular is there are still some cheaper ones out there. However, recently the actor did actually pass away, so that's why I'm assuming it's being bought up more right now. And I believe this is the only variation.
So yeah, so the actor passed away. I realized that when the actors or any person that passed away, that jumped up the price up more. Like I remember the Ultimate Warrior Funko Pop was going up in value. All his action figure, Hulk Hogan going up in value. Even JDF, it was going up in value. Like each actor who passed away, they raised the price up. Cause you can, if you get the autograph, probably costs more money.
That we do actually have of the character in pop form. I don't know if they'll make another one for a future anniversary set or what, but for now, it is going up, I'm assuming due to his passing. All right, next up for my anime fans from Hunter x Hunter, we do actually have Gon Freaks here. Estimated value around $28. Hasn't been updated a little bit though. It's been selling more around the $45 to kind of $55 range, and then current listings are reflecting as low as $47 up to $80 there. And there's actually not too many of these out there, I will say, across marketplaces. You still can find it. You can find a couple cheaper ones again around that $40, $50 mark, but I would say this one's definitely going up. Someone in my Discord mentioned that there is kind of a
y'all got denim? Hold on the website, y'all? Ain't no way you guys are a print on demand.
Japanese voice actor signing going on. So that most likely is a cause for this going up. Happens all the time with Funko Pops, where people want specific Pops for the voice actors assigned. So they start getting bought up more and more, and it's making the market very limited. So it's driving up the price. Plus, I will say this is a very cool variation for Gon in Pop form. So definitely makes sense that eventually it would end up valuable. Okay, next up for my Dragon Ball fans, we do have the Lunch, also known as a Launch Chase here, which is a box lunch exclusive. Estimated value around $47.
Or Lunch for the Dragon Ball. Let you guys know I met the voice actress. She played Android 18 in the Dragon Ball Z Super. Cause she told me about it, and she told me like the story about like, hey, what happened to the one girl Dragon Ball logo? Yeah, we had to cancel on her. Stop. Why? Or we just kill off her character. We never bring her back. Now I'm doing the voice acting of Android 18 of Dragon Ball Super. Or Dragon Ball Kai.
So hasn't had a huge jump on the chart. However, recent sales have ranged from $45 up to $60, and then current listings are actually a little bit higher than that, around the $60 to almost $70 range there. So this one hasn't had a huge jump, but I will say it's something to keep an eye on. Hasn't had a restock in a while. I don't know if Box Lunch will restock it or the Funko Shop will restock it. If that happens, I'll keep you guys updated in the future. But for now, it's trending more around the kind of $60-ish range currently. Now, eventually, I will end up picking up that Chase. I should probably do it sooner rather than later, given it's going up now. Currently, I only have the common. I do like Launch's character. I like the split personality and the blonde Chase. It was a really cool like pop to make for Funko, especially with the whole Chase situation. So I'll be on the hunt for it eventually. We're just buying a house right now, so spending like $60 on a Chase right now isn't crazy ideal. All right, next up for my Demon Slayer fans, we do have the Muichiro Chase here, the Glow Chase to be specific.
Muichiro. $230, and it's his Chase. Man, let me tell you guys know the Chase is hard to find to get.
Civic. Estimated value around $230. It had another pretty decent price jump there from about the $180, $190 range up to $230. And recent sales were at $250, $235, $250 again, as well as $220 there. And then current listings were ranging relatively around that, around $225 to $235. And then I've actually seen even higher ones than that. Not a lot of chases out for Muichiro right now. I gotta assume the Infinity Castle movie hype over the last year has definitely contributed to this. Obviously, leading up to the next movie, too, there's going to be a lot of hype around Muichiro. And this is the most sought-after variation of him, I will say. It's a really great pop and has not had a restock in a while. I'm very curious to see where the value lands. Like, this is roughly a $250 pop currently. If this pushes $300, that would just be insane. But like I said, with not a lot out there, we haven't seen a restock in a while. It could definitely get up there. So let me know what you guys think on Muichiro here. Do you think Funko will eventually restock it? Or do you think it'll reach even higher value than where it currently is? I'm honestly leaning towards it going even higher in value with the Demon Slayer height. And I really don't know if they're going to make a better Muichiro Pop unless he does something crazy in the next movie. We'll see. All right, moving on for my Chainsaw Man fans here, we do actually have the Jumbo Pochita exclusive here, 10-inch Pop. Recent sales, $77, $65 that was damaged, and then an $80 sale there. And then current listings of what I could find, around $78, $125, $78.
Yeah, so man, I'm glad that Chainsaw Man fan. So yeah, it's going up in value, guys.
And $51 there. So original retail for this was $39.99. So I will say, even at the $70 mark, that's a $30 increase if it was around that. I couldn't find a lot of sales as well as a lot of listings for this one. It's really hard to find. And something like that actually makes it pretty dangerous for this pop, because look what happened to Deanne, for example. She was pushing $400 at one point. I think she's chilled out to around the kind of $200 to $300 range currently. But it's possible that Pochita could end up in the same situation, because 10-inch pops don't really get restocked like that. There's not a huge demand for them in general. So I will say, if you're after this one, you find a really good deal, it might be worth picking up.
Get exclusive Mortal Kombat 2 wallpapers for your PC with...
Or just keep an eye on that price, because, again, I don't want anybody to be after it and end up being like Deanne or plenty of the other 10-inch pops that have randomly gone up. Like Gengar, for example, from Target is also super expensive, the jumbo one. Okay, so the final pop we have today is Loak here from the Avatar series. So recent sales, $80, $99, $95, and $75. And then currently...
Avatar, not a big fan. I want to see the first movie, and the rest, no.
Things of what I could find, not a lot out there. 95, 110, and 91. So this one's actually been going up in value for the last few months, actually, funny enough. I never caught this one, so I wanted to put it in this video. If you own this one, it's not like a $12 or $15 pop. This is currently sitting around $100, and it was even higher than that. It's actually chilled out a little bit. It's pretty crazy. I think there's like 3 or 4 valuable Avatar pops now. One that really like makes me scratch my head that isn't valuable is the Neytiri pop, given she's a main character. Like the Jake Sully and Pop Ride one that is out there, that's pretty valuable. But then Neytiri, who is always doing something in the movies, I thought her pop would be more valuable. And then we have a Loax pop, which is valuable. That's just so confusing to me. But yeah, guys, like I said, if you have Loax here, it's pretty valuable. Well, guys, those are 7 more Funko Pops that are currently going up in value and are more valuable than maybe you thought. Let me know in the comments below if you guys own any of the ones we did talk about today. I would say the only one I do own out of these for once is... do I own that Gon? I think I do own the Gon and the Muichiro Chase. I don't own the Launch Chase. And I don't collect BTS. I don't really collect Chainsaw Man like that. I have like 1 or 2 Chainsaw Man pop. Actually, I have the new set, so I have a couple now, but I don't have the 10-inch Pochita. So I have 2 pops from today's video for once. I feel like the last few parts, I have not had any. But let me know if you own any. Anyways, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, make sure to hit the like button down below and subscribe and click that notification bell if you're new here. I do want to say a big shout out to all the awesome Patreon supporters of the channel. You guys are amazing for supporting myself.
So, for me, I own none of them. So, I wish I owned them, but lately I have none of them. Arrow said, Chase, it's hard to find, definitely. The Chase are hard to find anywhere. Or you can go like local Funko shop, like the mall or any collectible stores, but the one like up the price up in value, like the higher price. Avatar one is the cool, yeah. The first one, yeah, definitely. I want to ask you guys, do you have any of them, the 7 of the Funko Pop are going up in value? Let me know in the comment. Like, subscribe. See you. on the next video. Rudy is out. All right. Next, we're going to the Power Ranger content. So any Power Ranger fans up there? So I'm going to go to my boy, Brandon Maniez. And it's for you talk about how to get your very own energy gem. And it's fair use.
What's up, everyone? Brennan Mejia here, the Red Ranger from Power Rangers Dino Charge. Today's video, we're going to talk about what it's like to go to a convention, aka Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con, New York Comic-Con. There's a whole lot of Comic-Cons these days. So if you've never been to one and you've never gotten a chance to meet your favorite person from TV or like maybe, you know, the Red Ranger.
And gem was pretty cool. Yeah, the necklace, definitely. You should share this to Dominant. I will.
Or something, I'm gonna break it down kind of like what it feels like to go to a convention. All right, let's get into it. So I've been to Comic-Cons as an attendee, not just a guest, as in like whatever celebrity guest. My first Morphicon I ever went to, which is the big Power Ranger convention where they announced Power Rangers for years and the new seasons and the cast. My first Morphicon was actually with my friend Steven Lunsford, who goes by Stephen Ford, who was also the Red Common Ranger.
The Red Comet Ranger. And never seen that show before, but yeah.
Dragon Knight in the American adaptation. I went with him because he was invited to a panel and I tagged along and I took a picture with this guy in a Megazord suit from Mighty Morphin. And then years later, I went back to Morphicon when they announced me as the Dino Charge Red Ranger. And then eventually I ran into that guy in the Megazord costume again. And I only knew this because he told me, he's like, I was the guy you took a picture with before the other time. And I took a picture with him again. If you've never been to a Comic-Con, each one tends to have its own flavor. San Diego Comic-Con obviously started more about actual comics, and now it's kind of balloons and
yeah, I remember I never went to San Diego Comic-Con because ticket is hard to get. Because you have to be in the waiting room first. And the system crash out. Then, yeah, I wish. But I know who went. Drew Danger went before. And also, my cousin went to San Diego Comic-Con. It's more like in the comment. Now it's going to like the pop culture. Like the movie, TV show, superhero. A lot of stuff.
Loaded into pop culture, by and large, a lot of movies, you know, obviously Marvel and DC Comics tends to make a big splash there. They have video game sections a lot of the time. They have people who rent booths who are called vendors. So people who make their own props, maybe keychains, or they 3D print different things, or maybe they're art.
I went in 2013 as a vendor, a volunteer, my bad. It was fun. You did, Chef Maku? That's the first time you told me about. Where you keep getting sick or stuff. Just kidding. That's pretty cool, man.
Artists who will do like renditions of you if you come back in an hour. I've seen a whole bunch of things. Sometimes they have tattoo artists who will literally give you a tattoo at the convention.
That's true. They're tattoo artists. They do tattoos. Even couple horror cons I went to, they're tattoo artists and doing tattoos there.
They sell different like clothing or anime props, replicas. Usually there's an area where you can buy like the Master Sword or the Keyblade or Cloud's Buster Sword. Some places even sell helmets. They'll sell like bracelets based off of Pokemon, a whole bunch of things. And of course, if you go and meet celebrities there, so oftentimes they have a celebrity section at these conventions where you can line up, you can basically purchase a pass to get in the line early. Other times it's just first come, first serve. And when you get in these lines, basically there's different price points and models depending on the celebrity, depending on the show. Different conventions, sometimes celebrities are just there for a couple hours. So like the really, really famous people.
Natalie Portman.
Who?
Natalie Portman.
Yeah, Natalie Portman. I don't know if she does conventions, but oftentimes instead of being there from like the convention opens at 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, sometimes they close early by an hour on Sunday or start an hour late. You usually pay for early.
Got you. Sunday, people leave early because it's kind of slow on a Sunday, but I know Friday is picking up. Saturday is super busy, and Sunday is pretty slow and more cheaper. I went to like cons on Friday. Like the speed was okay, but you go on Saturday, it's super packed. Sunday, I went on a Sunday. You can get everybody autographed fast there. So I'm glad I went on a Sunday.
Early bird access, which gets you into the con an hour early so you can get in those lines first. But super famous people, aka Natalie Portman for this scenario.
Are you an angel?
May only be there a couple hours, maybe 3 or maybe an hour at a time. And then they go to the green room, which is the area where the convention is provided like snacks or lunch, where they can just kind of unwind and not have to worry about cameras filming them constantly. Because as the guest of a convention, it does take a lot of energy if I feel like we're doing our job right. When I go to a convention, my goal is to make every single person who comes to my table, whether they buy something or not, feel special, feel heard, be seen. I want to actually, give them a good experience, a memory. If they buy something, that's cool, whatever, because, we all got to eat. But I just like talking to people. So if you ever meet me at a convention and you don't want to buy something, that's okay. Just come talk. But then if someone lines up behind and they do want to buy something, you kind of see them like holding something to get signed, not just my table, but in general, it's courtesy to then kind of be like, oh, like I can talk to you again in a minute. Let me just help them really quick. And then, you do the purchase so they can go off. And then oftentimes celebrity guests will be like, yeah, keep asking your questions.
That's true. He's really cool, Brandon Mejias. He's a really cool person to talk to. You don't have to buy anything. I want to get an autograph from him because he signed my action figure. But I haven't talked to him a little bit. If we have no line, and we have a good conversation. Not like other rangers, like they have no people. Like Blake Foster. Blake Foster have no people. I like to looking around what I can get, and I'm not gonna buy anything for Blake Foster. And Blake Foster go, "Are you gonna buy anything?" I go, "No, I'm just looking around." Oh, okay. Give me like a dumbass attitude, wherever, dude. No, I'm gonna buy your shit. I love just talking. No, yeah. With celebrity entrance or definitely like, who was really cool? Mick Foley from WWE. I didn't buy nothing from Mick Foley, and me and him have a good conversation, and they're like one person in line have stuff to get autographed. I separate side, and me and him start talking. And they go, do your thing. And I come back, and we start talking again. So Mick Foley he care about their fans. And then John Dewey, Brandon Mejias, Jason Font, they're really cool people.
Times though, we're not at booths by ourselves. We have someone called a handler who's the person who deals all the money. We're just there, to actually do the transaction and talk to the attendees of the convention. So sometimes the handler will be like, hey, we have a line, so we can talk for a little bit, but they keep it kind of flowing. I don't usually have a handler at conventions because I kind of just do them on my own. Sometimes the convention will assign a handler to me, but oftentimes I meet that handler the first time I'm at that convention. So I don't have someone like I fly with all the time who's my handler. So if you meet me at a convention.
So you go, if randomly you go to a different convention, they assign to a handler. I want to ask them, randomly, can I be your handler? I have to sign up as a volunteer for it.
I often have one of my Power Ranger helmets with me, which I often let people hold it if they want to do a photo op. I've had 2 different helmets dropped in the, basically, they've been damaged because they dropped them recently at conventions, because normally I'd put my hand under and kind of like help support it, but I fully let people hold my helmets, assuming they could hold the helmet, and I was sadly mistaken. So I will support the helmet. If you want to hold it, just got to prove to me that you're not going to drop it, because I don't want to make people pay for it, but I also don't want my helmet's broken. So be careful if I let you hold my helmet or someone else does. If you look at my table.
Really, the helmet is not that heavy at all. It's super light. Depending on the kids, you know what I mean? But adults, we can't handle it. We can hold it like good. You know what's the hardest? It's the wrestling belt, because the replicas are heavy. Because one time I took a picture with Bullet Ray, and then when like the ROH trio with the Briscoe brothers, and I took a picture with Bullet Ray, and he told me don't drop it. I go, all right. Yeah, it's very heavy. So to let you know.
Also, I tend to have obviously Power Ranger photos so people can get them signed by me. I also, if people bring me things they want to get signed, so sometimes they'll bring like a comic book about Dino Charge, or they'll bring me a toy from Dino Charge or Kyoryuger. Sometimes they'll bring me just Red Ranger Funko Pops. A lot of people bring the Mighty Morphin helmet, and then they just get every Red Ranger they can find to sign the MMPR helmet. So that's always fun to do, or like a big poster, Forever Red, even though Dino Charge isn't in Forever Red because my season came out way after Forever Red. They'll often still want me to sign it just so they have all the Red Rangers gathered together. So yeah, so if you come with me at a booth, like this is just a couple of my photos. So this is me in my personal suit that I.
Can we make a Forever Red Photoshop? Just that rocket into it, like all the Power Rangers, all the Red Rangers. I'd be sick, but you won't get like the 3 autographs now. Just there, Frank, the Red Ninja Steel, and the Red Waterfalls Red Ranger.
Had made from a friend from my circus. So this helmet's Anarchy Cosplay. The chest emblem actually came from a plaque that Chip Lynn, our producer / head writer from Dino Charge, gave us. And I didn't have this emblem, so I took it off the plaque so I could wear it in my suit. And then the gloves and the belt buckle were different pieces I got from different makers online, but the fabric itself was from my friend from the circus. Different photos too. Again, this is from the crossover from Beast Morphers. This is actually the Super Sentai, because in Beast Morphers, they put Jason in the middle, because obviously in Mighty Morphin and Power Rangers versus Sentai, which is the source material in Japan, Mighty Morphin started the whole thing off, so it's more popular in America. But in Super Sentai, I actually don't know which one of these is more popular. Kyoryuger comes back a lot, so I kind of would think Kyoryuger might be more popular. Kyoryuger is the Sentai of my season, so Dino Charge. So if you look at the morph when Jason walks in the middle and he's talking to Goldar Maximus, he's like, you call that an army? No, this is an army. And all the Dino teams up to that point, because Dino Fury wasn't a thing yet, appear behind him from portals. And he's standing in the middle and I'm next to him and he's like, it's morphin' time. And we all morph. But then when it cuts to everyone morphed, I'm then in the middle because that's the Super Sentai footage, and it was more about Kyoryuger than Ranger. Yeah, the Mighty Morphin Sentai wasn't the main focus as much as Kyoryuger was, if I recall. I did see the Sentai movie. It's just been a long time. So yeah, we swap who's in the middle, which is funny. But yeah, then I also have done projects that aren't Power Rangers that I have on my table, like American Horror Story Murder House. Yeah, I played Gabe in the season finale of season 1.
See? American Horror Story, The Murder House, the last episode. I told you guys I know Brandon Mejia. His TV show, movie was he's in. Can't remember. And American Horror Story was a good series. I like the first one, second, except for one, and that's it. But anyways, continue.
We have, my photo from iCarly, Brennan Yubberly, the backwards talker. He's a backwards talker.
Well, Brandon Mejia and iCarly, yep, he was. Young Brandon Mejia.
That's what Jeanette McCurdy said. So I was in the pilot episode of that. And then, I got other photos like from Supergirl, because I was in an episode called Blood Memory. I don't remember what season it was, but it's called Blood Memory. And then this is one.
I watched that. Supergirl. He was a drug dealer.
I believe our good friend Jimmy made this one. So yeah, there's me like in the helmet with my eyes, because that happened in a couple episodes. Obviously, I don't have room for all my pictures, but sometimes if I run low on photos, because I don't bring like every photo I have, I'll swap them out. So here's me with one of my stunt doubles when I came back for the crossover in Beast Morphers. And then we got like other photos, which this is one I had made for New York Comic Con because it was going to be Claire Blackwelder, my Purple Ranger, and myself going from Dino Charge. But then due to other work, I ended up having to drop out, and Davi Santos, my Gold Ranger, took my place. So I have a bunch of prints made that, again, Jimmy made this one of Claire and me. I wasn't at a con with just her, so I have yet to really like use these. Maybe at Morphicon this year, which is the biggest Power Ranger convention in the world as far as I'm concerned, in August in Pasadena. So you should go if you haven't been. It's every 2 years that they hold it.
So August 28th to the 30th, Pasadena Convention Center. I've been there. 2 with my cousins, 2 by myself. So it'd be my fifth 5 time going to Power Morphicon total.
Well, this one really is like the main popular one. I think this is the photo that they actually scanned to put my face on in my lightning figure. So hairstyle looks the same. We did not go in for like a 3D scan of her head. They just did it off of a photo, or maybe I was asleep or something and they 3D scanned my head, but I have no memory of them scanning my head. I also bring lightning figures occasionally to conventions to sell, but I have very few of them because I don't make them anymore. And I also don't want to damage them when I fly in a plane because I try to bring just a carry-on suitcases. I don't like waiting for my luggage, and if it gets lost, that's a bummer. And I've had helmets damaged in the airport when I checked bags, so I try to fly light. So unless it's a convention I can drive to, I usually don't bring my lightning figures. People will bring me their lightning figures though, and I'll sign them at conventions. So yeah, that's some of the stuff. And of course, if you guys have been looking at the table, you may see some other cool things.
He signed my lightning collection, so.
In the middle. So before I jump into these, I have some pins that I sell. So these are really cool. CV Collectibles made this. So obviously Dino Charge, red helmet, an area to autograph at the bottom. So I'll have these at a lot of conventions. CV Collectible also made this print up there. I don't sell these, but he just gave me one, which is really kind of him. So I have that. This is my own poster that I have signed by the cast. Back in the day when I never really signed autographs before, I just did my name in fancy cursive. Yeah, different things I have at conventions for sale. Obviously, I let people choose what color they want me to sign things. Sometimes they bring their own like special paint pen. Some people at conventions also will sell like the protective sleeves so you don't damage, your picture. But other people will just bring like books to put their photos in. So you can do either, obviously, if you're at a con. So I do recommend, if you don't want to have to buy sleeves, come with some kind of binder.
Yeah, the sleeve, it's at a convention, are $10, but I have a sleeve book, So I keep all my like movie covers or 8x10 in it. So yeah.
To put autographs in if you are going for autographs. People like to get selfies with guests at conventions. So that's where you take your own phone or camera, and then we use a handler, or we just ask someone nicely to take a photo. Or if I'm next to another Power Ranger guest, we'll help each other. Like, hey, can you take a photo of me and so-and-so? And they'll ask me the same thing. And then, yeah, and if you tag me on Instagram, I repost them, all that kind of stuff. I've had people at conventions buy a selfie, but they're like, actually, can you do a backflip for me? Or can you do a handstand with me? Or can you do a shout out for someone, like a video shout out? So that's something people sometimes get at conventions. And then obviously, okay, jumping back to this. So the Energems, not obviously every Ranger guest at convention sells Energems because it wouldn't make sense because they're a Dino Charge exclusive thing. But I typically have Energems with me at Comic-Cons. These are screen accurate replicas. So the one I'm wearing on my neck is the one from the show. I actually had a couple of them that they gave us from the show. So this is my show Energem. It's kind of faded because, you know, it's like... I drop it and stuff. It's like 12 years old. So I typically don't bring it. You could even see at the top, like the magnet is starting to wear through the paint. So that's why this one usually stays at home. But I wanted to show you versus like, that's green. I'm colorblind. So here's the red one. So screen accurate one versus, so the material, like this one is a little squishier, like resiny, but the harder ones I find are a little more durable. So it's screen accurate, like size wise. Obviously there's going to be differences even between the Energems they gave us on the show. They weren't all exactly the same.
Dude, I would buy an energy gem. Look pretty sick. But what color?
But this replica, magnets on the other side, fits on the same necklace. So yeah, when you buy one from me, like it comes with the necklace all wrapped up there. I didn't want to put a bunch of necklaces out. I'm missing the dark Energem because I sold out of them, but I tend to carry at least a couple of every color. Obviously I carry more red than the other colors, but aside from just the Energems as the necklace, I have keychains. So here's the dark one, just so you can see it because I don't have it as a necklace, but I love the dark Energem. So Heckles, or the bad one from Dino Charge for Heckle. Well, he actually kind of uses the boomerang to morph, I guess. So I don't know if he technically uses the dark Energem to morph. I don't know what they decided in the lore. I just say it's Heckle's Energem. Yeah, so keychains, this is a glow-in-the-dark purple. I pretty much out of the glow-in-the-dark pink, other than these two right here. So I don't get the glow-in-the-dark ones restocked, but I have the other colors. So I don't know, I might be out of, yeah, I think I'm out of aqua as well. So there's little differences in the keychains. We take more liberty, my prop makers.
Yeah, I think Brandon May is the only one of the Dino Charger go more in cons compared to other of their castmate, because some castmates are live in New Zealand or out of this country, or have a busy life. But you all can see them in Power Ranger Morphin Con.
So like this one has sparkles in it versus the pink, more screen accurate one that doesn't have sparkles in it. So as I was saying, some of the gems from the show are even different. So these both came from the show, but there are slight differences and variations, like with the cloudiness on the inside of them, that swirl color. I think this one, if I recall, isn't magnetic. Yeah, so this was just like, sometimes they'd give us magnetic ones when it was in the crystal bed. It actually had magnets like on both ends, so it could float between the crystals. Other times they just handed us ones that were non-magnetic, like this one. And then they also had like the necklace length. So like this tended to be the normal necklace length, but they would tape it under our shirts when we would run so they wouldn't bounce off the necklace because they are magnetic, like I pointed out. Other times, depending on the scene, they would tighten this in the back. So an episode where I did a handstand on a boulder, this was not at full length because it would have been hitting me in the face. So they shortened it to make it movie magic so it stayed in place better. So just little fun things like that. But yeah, so cons, yeah, autograph selfies are what you get from most celebrity guests, whether it's a Power Ranger or otherwise. It's more typically with like the more not quite as super famous ones who tend to also get some like props because other people will just bring stuff to the more famous people to get signed. Like if you're, you know, Tom Holland, for instance, there's just anything Spider-Man related you bring to Spider-Man to get signed. So he doesn't have, I imagine, his own custom Spider-Man stuff to be signed because Disney makes it all. Same with Mighty Morphin. Some of them will have their own customized stuff, but MMPR continues to get a lot of toys made. Dino Charge, as far as I'm aware, they're not making new toys for us. So, and they never made toys of the Energems. So I found that to be things people like to get at conventions. Yeah, and then I'm also having new keychains made that Jimmy helped design. Well, Jimmy Foley designed, didn't help design. He did design them. As you can see, I have a banner here. Jimmy also, again, designed this one. So it shows a bunch of Power Ranger stuff. I don't bring the standing banner when I fly in a plane. Again, doesn't fit in a carry-on. I have this banner that I fly with, which has some other shows on it too, not just Power Rangers. So I travel with this one more. A lot of conventions, though, provide their own banner for the show for their guests. And then at the end, they're like, hey, can you sign it for us? Because then they either auction it off or, you know, do it for money for like charity, that kind of thing. And a lot of shows also will be like, hey, would you mind in the contract signing like 30 free autographs? And then they give them to volunteers, because a lot of conventions can only run due to volunteers helping as handlers, or like, I don't know if the volunteers are security as much, but like just making sure everything runs smoothly, working the front desk, all that kind of stuff, ticket sales, working the green room, running panels. And so they get free autographs and selfies with the guests often. Sometimes I'll decorate the table, you know, with props like my Morpher. But again, I typically don't fly with my Morpher because I haven't stopped in TSA for this in my bag. I wonder why.
He's got a gun.
He's got a gun!
He's got a gun!
And then they looked at it and they're like, you're fine. But it's gun-ish enough to where I just rather not get stopped at TSA more than I have to, you know? So I don't fly with it. And again, like I'm not gonna fly with the sword either. I'll typically wear some kind of red, whether it's the jacket or just red shoes, you know, so you can like point me out in a crowd. Sometimes.
Yeah, mostly. Well, he lives in Santa California, and he take his Morpher only here, not out of state. You know what he said? She got a weapon. It's not a weapon. It's my Morpher.
I'll put iCarly, like I mentioned, or Supergirl out on the table. Even at Power Ranger specific conventions, most people come up to me because they know me as Tyler from Power Rangers, but they'll come with like their family.
I love seeing the pops on their table. Go, yeah, definitely. We can. I really enjoy their pops more. You can ask questions and go about it. The sometimes actors sometimes bring their screen warm charger. Definitely.
Family members or their girlfriend or whoever, and they don't care about Power Rangers, but they'll see iCarly or American Horror Story and they'll be like, you were an iCarly? So it's just fun because I know it becomes like a conversation starter with everyone. So everyone has a good memory of it, not just the Power Ranger fan. Pricing varies depending on the celebrity, like anywhere from like $25 for an autograph. I've seen them past $100 depending on who the celebrity is. A lot of conventions also do.
Austin St. John, Walter, not Johnny Young Budge, $60 all the time.
Professional photo ops. So basically you usually buy that like separately, not at my table or someone else's table. And then you, at a certain time, like let's say 12 or 1 p.m., if you want a picture with Brennan Mejia or Yoshi Sudarso, the Blue Ranger from Dino Charge, their photo ops are at 1 o'clock. They typically charge more for the photo ops that are from the professional team because the professional team and the convention take a cut. So let's say like a photo for me is, I don't know, like $50. The convention may up it for the professional to like $80. So then the extra money gets split between the convention and the photography company. That makes sense? Good, because if it doesn't, I can't help you with that because this is a video, it's not live, and I can't be like, this is another analogy. Yeah, and then sometimes they'll do like discounts if there's multiple Rangers from the same team. Like, let's say it's myself and 3 other Dino Charge Rangers, so there's 4 of us. You can do like a photo of all of us with your own phone. Other times, like again, photo op. They tend to do like a Forever Red photo op. So all Red Rangers at that convention get a photo together. Then they'll do like a Neo Saban photo, and then like a Saban or a Disney era photo. So they mix and match, or they'll do like team ups. So like me with the Beast Morpher team. Yeah, so it's fun. And then sometimes they'll even do photo ops in their suit. So a lot of Rangers have like versions of their suits. I got my Dino Supercharged suit from an auction. If you haven't seen that video, make sure you watch this one next. But the Dino Supercharged suit I'm going to wear to this year, as in 2026. If you're watching this year, to PMC as a professional photo opportunity, because I've never worn it at a convention and it's cool. And it's driving distance, so I don't have to pack it in like a suitcase and hope it doesn't get damaged. Some people at conventions charge more for using card, because using Square, Square takes a fee. So just be aware, if you're not paying in cash, a lot of celebrities will be like, oh, there's a X amount of % fee if you use card. Is that okay? So just be aware, because I've had it charged me even buying food or something where they haven't verbally said it. Like, I don't mind if they need that fee covered, by all means, but I like it when it's told up front versus at the end. You're like, oh, it's 20.
For that, when I bring my card to Johnny Young Bosch, they charge me $60, not extra fee. I go, some do not charge extra fees. I go, Pi Johnny go, don't charge him extra fee. He's number 1 in my fan. When they have a ton of shows, character they voice, you may know one of them. True. Spoiler, dang, that will be good photo. If you guys want to donate to my Venmo or PayPal, you can send me that so I can get with the Power in the seat. Just kidding.
Bucks, and then it's like $25 because I used my card. So just be wary. Also, a lot of conventions tend to let kids under a certain age in free. Getting into the convention does not equal free photos. Because I've had people come up, they're like, I've never done this before. Do we just get photos with whoever? So oftentimes there'll be like a price sheet on the table, or the handler will explain it to the people. Just don't assume that things are free until you talk to the people, because by and large, it's usually you can talk to the people and hang out and stuff. But yeah, they're there obviously to make an income or a living. Yeah, so that's just kind of how it goes, to give you a breakdown so you understand, you don't feel as foreign. If you've never been to a Comic-Con, if you've never met me at a Comic-Con, I hope I get to meet you someday. Because again, like, I do backflips and handstands just for fun. You don't have to buy something. You can just come and say hi and chat and all the things. But yeah, hope that breaks it down for you. Guys have more questions about conventions, comment below. Also, guys, we are so close to 300,000 subscribers on YouTube. So I just wanted to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. You guys are amazing. I remember when I first hit 100,000 subs on this plaque. Sadly, I don't get another plaque at 300,000. I think it's at 1 million is the next one, which is, I want to say like, I'll never get there. Like, I don't want to say that, but I feel like that. But at the same time, that's not necessarily true. We'll see what happens in the future. Who knows? But I want to do a giveaway for 300,000 subs. So I'm going to give away helmets. Not this one, but we'll show you in this splice video. But at 300,000 subs, I'm going to do a Q&A with you guys. So please, in the comments below, type questions you want me to answer, whether it's Power Rangers or something else that you'd like to see in the 300,000 sub celebratory video. Make sense? Cool. Do it. Unleash the power, all the things. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.
How's it going, everybody?
Wow, man. Brandon me here was a great guy. Show you guys how to be ready to get ready to, you never been to a Comic-Con or a con before. Show you get like how you make the actor, how to buy stuff, showing you stuff what you're gonna sell on his table talk about the pricing, the square, photo-ups. Because people have never been to a con before. Brandon here, break it down real easy. Cause I've been going to a lot of cons a lot. So, Brandon here, thank you very much. Let people know what to do in a con. Like, comment, share. See you on the next video. Peace. All right, guys. Yeah, I want to buy Donna Jim. Chef Mike, you can. I'll let you know how much he charged. Actually, ship you to that. All right. Next topic, we're talking about. Oh man, I need to get a water break. I've been talking almost an hour 10 minutes. So let me drink some water. I drink this big water. All right, Playmate making Maya Morphin Power Ranger toys. You see the first wave already. Now you see the second wave is coming. So you get all the Power Ranger action figure. Now they have the White Ranger, Rocky, the Red Ranger, Adam, the Black Ranger, Tanya, Karen Ashley. For real, they do not look like Jason David Frank at all. Let me see if I can zoom in. What should I do? Even the Ranger helmet is messed up. Yeah, definitely. Horrible design. Let me see Rockies. For real, this not look like Rocky. Look like Austin St. John. Horrible design. Let me see Johnny Young Bush. Come on. I feel like Johnny Young Bush face look like we should add more dark tone color. Horrible. I would not pick this up. Johnny Young Bush be like, what the hell? This not look like me at all. Those are ugly. Yeah, definitely. I would not pick them up at all. You got Austin, Zach, Billy, Trini, Kimberly, Tommy. You got Baboon. You push the button and it just moves his hand. Look like, let me see, look like Rita. Nah, I don't like the wave they give her. Was she shooting energy blast? Horrible. Then you get the Green Ranger, Red Ranger, and the Black Ranger wearing the armor shield. You get both of them. Wow. Just why don't you just make the third one with the shield? Everybody have a shield. It'll be more easy. Or they're too lazy. Then you get the Thunder Zord. The Ultimate Mega Thunder Sword. Side view. For the 1993 Mighty Morphin Power Ranger variation is a new improved release of the classic 1993 brand for today kids. I'll go today kids. Collect all your favorite Power Ranger, Zord, Ridicule, and more from Playmate Toys. Then you get the Unicorn Thunder Zord, Firebird, but if you just want the Megazord there, if you want like get all the pieces, then you get the Red Dragon Thunder Zord, Giraffe Thunder Zord, Lion, or Tiger Zord. So if you buy, it's $20 each one. So it's 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, $120 if you buy the whole Zord collection. Clean tax, you're spending like $140. That's my opinion. Those are dumb. And go, yeah. And you get the role play. You get the helmet. You get the mask. You get Saba. 8, was it 9-inch? And 23, I think so. 9-inch to Saba. Then you get the power coin. You buy the morpher separate. Then you get the dragon dagger. You get the music. Horrible. Then you get the blade blast door. It's 11.25 inches. I'll be honest, guys. I have the blade balancer. I never owned one before. So I just waste $20 on it. Then you get the morpher. I'm glad I have the master morpher, and you get the helmet. The mask. Oh, it's a helmet, but you get the mask. That's horrible mask. Then you get the red. If you read the comic book, Power Ranger Godzilla. You get this package, and you get the coin, and if it's a standing. Give us the gold morpher. Actually, do not, because it's still stinky. Yeah. So here your Power Ranger. So here all your Power Ranger from Playmate. I would say they're horrible, in my opinion. I already get the Lightning Collection. I wish the Lightning Collection would be continue, but they discontinue. I rather have that. I will pass on it. At least I have the flip hit at the Green Ranger. That's it, and the only thing I'm gonna buy. The rest, I'm never gonna buy none of them. So I'm gonna ask you. You know, for us, we're not gonna buy adults, but some adults are gonna buy it for their kids. Like, comment, share. I will see you on the next video. Peace. All right, guys. The next video, the real Bricky Nate. He spent 12 years hunting for the Pokemon Holy Grail. And I've been following the real Bricky Nate like past 3 years. He collect Pokemon cards. Great guy, positive channel. And it's fair use.
Is it really happening right now?
Everybody has that one thing from their childhood they never forget. For me, it was this.
Oh, that
That must be the Poke car.
Back in the early days of Pokemon, these Pikachu cars literally traveled across the country promoting, well, Pokemon. And growing up in a small town in Indiana, those kinds of events always felt really far away. And I think it goes without saying, but I, along with thousands and thousands of other kids, never got to see the Pikachu car. But hey, at least we got to see it on TV. What I didn't know back then was that this car would somehow keep finding its way back into my life. This was the first time I had ever seen the Pikachu car in person. Growing up, a lot of big events.
I see the Pokemon car, the Pikachu car, in my area a while back in 2014. Me and my niece, we saw it driving around, and we saw it at a Target parking lot. And like, I want to check it out. Like, oh man, that's really cool.
Felt really far away from me. So seeing this thing in real life honestly felt unreal. Yeah, I know I wasn't experiencing the Pikachu car at one of the Pokemon Mall tours or the grand opening of the Pokemon Center New York or even the premiere of the Pokemon first movie. But this was my moment. I finally got to see the Pikachu car in real life. And that genuinely made me happy. But over the next few years, I would come to find out that this would not be the last time I would see the Pikachu car.
And be sure to watch out for it, too. 10 Poke cars will be cruising around giving away lots of free stuff.
We're on our way to Kentucky at our very first gas stop. We were supposed to leave yesterday, and I think my anxiety got the best of me, but I'm so excited to do this project, but at the same time, it is so nerve-wracking because I've never done anything like this before. The first stop is going to be our hotel so we can check in, and then we're going to chill at the hotel hopefully for a little bit. I'm hoping.
So the real Breaking Nate, that was a while back, a long time ago. He was searching for the Pikachu car.
Hoping that we'll be able to check in and then go from the hotel to Rachel's house, and then from Rachel's house to the Pikachu car, Pikabug.
I had been doing Pokemon videos for years, but I wanted to do something bigger. I reached out to Pika Freak Rachel, the owner of the Pikachu car that I saw back in 2014, with an idea.
This may be the last ad you ever see. Because with the free ad block extension from Capital One.
Oh, wow. Okay. This is absolutely crazy. I don't even want to get in here. I don't even feel like I should be around it. You like calling it Pikabug or you like Pikachu car?
Pikabug, Pika 3. I usually say Pika 3, but
you're saying Pika 3. So there's a number at the end. So why is there a 3 at the end? There's more than one.
So Nintendo made 10 of these. This is number 3 of the 10. So they all had the original license plate said Pika 1 through Pika 10. This one was Pika 3. So that's what I usually call it.
And this one was in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
At least twice.
So there are 10 Pikachu cars or bug or caught
that I'm aware of. Yeah.
At least twice. If you're interested in learning about the full history of the Pikachu cars, check out Mew is Me 700's video. There's a link down in the video description, and she did an amazing job putting together an entire detailed history of the Pikachu cars.
So the inside, Nintendo really didn't do any customizations on. So I've left it mostly as it was when I got it. I did add the seat covers, steering wheel covers. You want to sit in it?
I mean, do I want to sit in it? May I?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Get ready for a thumbnail, folks.
Okay, never let anybody else do this. Would you like to turn it on?
What? Wait, legit? We didn't discuss this at all. Some things we discussed beforehand. This was not one of them. At that point, this wasn't just a cool Pokemon car anymore. This had become my holy grail. I might go home bankrupt. I don't know. I don't know. So here is the offer.
Okay. I mean, that's a pretty decent offer. I can see where you're coming from.
Okay.
Congratulations. You are the owner of a new Pikachu car.
You know the thing that I loved most about this trip? I got to make a new friend, Rachel, and she taught me so much about Pokemon. And honestly, after that trip, I thought that was it for the Pikachu car. And then one day, I got a message I never expected. I honestly couldn't believe it. I read that message over and over again. Was I dreaming? Was I still asleep? I never thought in a million years I'd actually be making this trip, and honestly, part of me still didn't think it was actually happening.
All right, Marie.
Yeah.
Are you nervous?
Not really.
Are you sure? This is a big deal.
Not for me. Are you nervous?
Extremely. Katie,
Yeah.
are you nervous?
No.
Turn it up, don't turn it off. Turn me round, put me in my place. From there, I can see it all. So beautiful.
We're back. We're back. Rachel right here. If you've seen the previous video, Rachel showed us not even like 10% of your collection.
Yeah, like 5%.
Yeah, it was such a small amount, but the big item that we came down here for originally back in 2018 was Peekabug.
Yeah. Want to say, I did not finish this video. I wonder if he does buy it. Laughing out loud. We'll see, Chef Market. We'll see.
Pika 3 of the 10.
Oh my goodness.
There she is.
There it is. I'm going all the way back to 2018 at this point.
And this is the one that Nintendo used the most. This has been in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade in New York for several years at the Pokemon Center.
I think we'll both be a little biased on this, but I think this might be the most important one.
I think it might be the best
out of all 10, right?
It's my favorite.
I will say that the wrong Pokemon Go team is back here, though. Gorgeous, except for that sticker you have in the back corner.
No, it's Mystic. It's what it's supposed to be.
Katie's Mystic, but yeah, we're Instinct. Maybe I can just get an Instinct and put it right there beside it, and then it'll be perfectly fine. Is this real? Is this real? Is this really happening right now?
All right, here we are.
I did. I remember. I remember exactly how it went. You stood right there with the keys, and you were like, "Would you like to start it?"
And last time, I don't think you wanted to start it.
And I was like, "Are you serious?" And you said, "I've never let anybody else do this before," and you let me start the car. And I felt that was enough responsibility for me. And now, potentially owning this. And I think the thing is that I know you have a lot of emotional attachment.
Yes, this is my baby.
Well.
We got married sitting in this.
You got married?
We got married sitting in the front seat of this.
This is a lot of responsibility.
Yes.
About this car.
The weight of Pokemon history on your shoulders.
I know. So there's a lot of emotional attachment to it, and I gotta say that the fact that you reached out to me asking me if I wanted to own this was very special to me. The fact that you even trusted me. Is this something that you're sure that you want to do? Because I don't want to buy it and then you have regret about it. So.
You promise not to move to California anytime soon?
I can.
We're only a couple hours away.
I can promise you that I will be staying in Indiana. I'm not going to California.
I can come see it when I want, right?
You can come see it anytime. You can drive it anytime you want to.
You'll leave the Team Mystic sticker.
Oh, because he's saying for California, because there's a Pokemon event going on in San Francisco. The probably why she had to say that you're gonna drive to California with that.
I'll leave the Team Mystic sticker on. Can I add an Instinct?
If you have to.
So if you're willing to sell it, I'm willing to buy it.
Your next collection, no inventory, no risk, just drops.
You really want to take your brain off the ground the fastest.
All right, are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. I gotta own this thing. Is it a deal?
It's a deal.
It's a deal. All right. I own Peekabug.
Yay!
It's a lot of responsibility. Hopefully I do it justice. Oh. I don't want to cry. Don't. Now, I thought that was the end, but the story got even stranger. So the weirdest thing happened to me recently, and it happened because of you. Let me explain. Back in 2020, I filmed a video that I actually never released. So I saw a post where someone was selling a really unique Pokemon collectible, and I decided to buy it off of them. But in addition to that Pokemon collectible, they were interested in selling me their Pokemon card collection. I figured, why not? So I filmed this video where I traveled from my home state of Indiana all the way to basically Iowa. It was like on the border of Illinois and Iowa. I met up with this person at a random Walmart in the middle of nowhere, and let me tell you, this Walmart was like a blast from the past. And of course, I had to check the Pokemon card section. I think that kind of goes without saying. But on the way home, I kept looking at this binder right here. I just love looking at people's old Pokemon card collections, how they are
old school Pokemon card, Gen 1, Base 1, and Fossil.
Arrange them, where they kind of put their favorites and what they decided to collect. And inside this binder, you know, we have base set, we have jungle, fossil, you know, some first editions in here as well. But I just kind of kept looking at this binder over and over again. I thought, you know, this binder is just kind of neat the way it is. Was there some cards in here that I probably needed for my collection? Yeah, probably. But once I got home, I decided to simply just close the binder and store it away for years. That is until all of you started calling me out. I've seen the comments. It's nonstop comments in every single video. It makes me laugh, but it's literally like, Nate, hashtag sort the bulk.
Sort the bulk. Sort the bulk.
I have a bad habit of like trading.
Arrow, is that you? We didn't know about?
For a Pokemon card that I think I need, and then it ends up just being in the bulk, but I don't know it's in the bulk because I don't sort anything. It just takes up a lot of time. Sort the bulk! But you all had convinced me that I really do need to sort the bulk, and I agree with all of you. So I started pulling out all the Pokemon cards around my house that I could possibly find, including this binder right here. And you know, I looked at this binder what felt like 10, 20, 30 times when I bought it. And never once did I really fully look at the cover of this binder. And I pulled this out the other day and I started looking at the front of it. And as you can see, there's definitely more than one piece of paper in here. I don't know why I never thought to look in the cover of this Pokemon card collection that I bought. And so I was like, oh, okay, so it's probably just more like, it says PokeCon, right? Like, I've never been to PokeCon before. I've heard about it, but I've never been to it. And I thought,
I never heard of PokeCon before. That's brand new to me.
okay, it's just like more kind of flyers for it. So I'm going through it, and you know, there's a Bulbasaur there. There's a Pikachu, little drawing of a Squirtle. But in between all of these kind of flyers was this, shaped like a postcard advertising PokeCon back in 2013. I started my Pokemon YouTube channel in 2014. And then I turned it around and right there it was. Pika Bug Reunion, Pika Freak Rachel, Pika 3, right there on the postcard. I had this the entire time and never even knew it. This car kept finding its way back into my life. And finding this really made the story feel like full circle. And I wouldn't have found this if it wasn't for you telling me to sort the bulk. You know, it's funny. When I was a kid, this never felt possible. It just felt like one of those things I'd always dream about. If this journey taught me anything, it's that maybe some dreams aren't impossible. Maybe they just take a little longer than we expect. And maybe that's why this means so much to me. Growing up, I was one of the kids who never got to see the Pikachu card because, well, it never came anywhere near where I lived. So now I want to make sure as many people as possible get the chance to experience it because it deserves to keep bringing people the same happiness it brought me.
that is really cool. They're gonna show around the neighborhood, the area, so the kid can see the Pokemon kid that never see the Pokemon card at all.
I don't know what your dream is. Maybe it's something completely different than mine. But I hope this reminds you that sometimes the things we think are impossible aren't. Sometimes they're just waiting for the right moment.
I haven't told my parents I bought this, so we'll see how that goes. I'm a grown man, okay? I can buy a Pikachu car if I want to.
Yeah, so his parents don't know he buy the Pikachu car. I'm a girl, man. I can buy it. Yep. So he finally buy his holy grail, the Pikachu car, or the bug, to show it around for the kids in the neighborhood. What do you think about this? It's a really great story to tell, but he buy his holy grail owning that car. Like, comment, share. See you on the next video. Peace. Alright guys, this will be the last video. Alright, Terrifier is going to another lawsuit that who's on Art the Clown. So it's for you. Killer Joe, explain it. So it's for use.
I want to be a fighter like you.
The Terrifier franchise has been hit with another lawsuit. Does the fourth film's fate hang in the balance? Well, let's talk a little bit about it.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Be afraid. Be very afraid. I want to be a fighter like you.
Did you miss me?
You have to shoot them in the head. They always come back.
The boat can leave now. Tell the crew. But sometimes that is better. Good luck.
Hey everybody, I'm Killjoy Jake. Today we have some Terrifier updates to get into in today's video, but before we get into all this, please make sure to like this video and subscribe for more horror movie update videos just like this one. Hopefully ones that are filled with less drama. Thank you all for the support. Now let's get into it. So Dark Age Cinema and Art the Clown LLC have been hit with a federal case from Ruthless Studios accusing...
So Ruthless Studio Picture that they're suing David Leon, the director and writer of the Terrifier, because of the copy, like the batter, what's it, lost? No, copyright? No, not copyright. Copywriting.
Them of copyright and trademark infringement, unfair competition.
The trademark copywriting about Art the Clown and Terrifier.
And improperly profiting off of the slasher villain. A little background on Ruthless Studios. They were the production company behind Damien Leone's All Hallows Eve. That is, of course, the anthology horror flick that comprises all of Damien Leone's short films at the time. It also features the original...
So, Hallow Eve, it was Hallow Eve, Terrifier 2, and Terrifier 3. So, David Leon let's do all 3 of short film about Terrifier and Art the Clown. And they agree with the contract.
Terrifier short film, as well as a brand new wraparound segment that features the character as well, scoring some pretty gnarly kills.
All right, you got to stop buying generic Viagra if y'all over 40. You can get 9 pills of 100 milligram generic Viagra for just $7 with free shipping from Friday Plan. If you think it's a scam like I did at first, people...
Hey, what are you doing? I'm turning it off. It's too violent for the two of you.
Ruthless Studios has gone on to produce 3 more All Hallows Eve anthology horror films, with the latest one, All Hallows Eve Inferno.
So the studio doing Halloween Eve, like the second one, but different character,
dropping on Tubi in 2024. It's noteworthy that the studio never tried to make their own Art the Clown across all 3 of these films. So according to the production company, Damien Leone transferred ownership of the original Terrifier and the Ninth Circle short films, both featured in All Hallows Eve, along with related copyrights, trademarks, sequel rights, and derivative works to the company for $5,000 back in 2013 when the movie came out. So basically, Damien Leone was paid a lump sum for the rights to his short films. Ruthless Studios also claims in this new suit that it gives them the rights to any new sequels or profits generated from. Now, if that was the end of the story, then yeah, Ruthless would have a pretty good case here, but there is definitely more to it than just that. Apparently, Damien Leone reached out to Ruthless asking them for permission to use the character for the low-budget 2016.
So, David Leon, the director who did Terrifier, we know, he asked permission to use Terrifier and Art the Clown.
Original Terrifier feature film, which they agreed to.
Yeah, that's the first Terrifier movie.
They also claim that it was supposed to be a one-time thing. This is where it gets super messy to me. Why, as a production company, would you just give away one of your own intellectual properties like that? That just doesn't make any sense. Not only does it seem like a poor business practice to just lend out an IP, but I just don't believe that this is how things went down. It's also a pretty tough argument to say that Art the Clown is the face of the All Hallows Eve franchise when he's only featured in one of the films. The company never even tried to recreate Art in the other sequels. Now, although something smells super fishy about all that to me, a contract is a contract at the end of the day. But you had an agreement allowing Damien Leone to make his original Terrifier film all the way back in 2016. I'm speculating here, but I think this decision was ultimately made because All Hallows Eve didn't necessarily make a splash. Nobody, and I mean nobody.
So Halloween Eve didn't make it into video, just went straight to Tubi. Like, people are not gonna watch it. Halloween Eve, who's Art the Clown? Like, you know, like wherever. Like, it's a one deal. It's not gonna be a hit. And they're not gonna be popular of this Art the Clown slasher till now.
But he considered Art the Clown a horror icon at that point in 2013. Now, the tables have turned, however, considering the fact that Damien and co. have built Art the Clown up to be one of the biggest slasher icons of the 2020s. Now, it just seems like Ruthless Studios wants a piece of that pie. You might also be wondering, why did they wait until 2026 to make a big fuss about this?
Okay, in my opinion, why? Because before Art the Clown wasn't that popular, Terrifier. Since Terrifier 2, it hit more money, more audience, and people like Art the Clown than they do Art on Terrifier 3, and that get big. Now you're having the toy, the Funko Pop, the merch, T-shirt, the popcorn bucket. Last year they did a Halloween horror night, the maze, and they did now doing the video games. Then you do like Daylight by Night, the skin, and Art the Clown. It's more popular than ever. That's my opinion of why they're doing it right now, because that's why they want the money for it.
That's where things get even weirder. So Jesse Baguette, owner of Ruthless Studios, who also has a story by credit on the original All Hallows Eve film, claims to have been in a remote location without social media access between the years of 2019 and 2023. Baguette allegedly never knew about the production of another Terrifier film during this time. Was Art the Clown like keeping him chained up in a cabin in the woods or something? Like, what's going on here? That just sounds like a big old pile of baloney to me. The lawsuit particularly takes aim at Terrifiers 2 and 3, you know, the uber successful ones, saying that they are clearly derivative works of and or sequels to the original Terrifier short film. Ruthless is seeking damages, an accounting of profits, injunctive relief, and a court declaration that it owns the copyrights to Terrifier 2, Terrifier 3, and all related sequels, merchandise, video games, events, and other derivative projects, excluding the 2016 Terrifier film. Like I was saying earlier, contracts are still contracts. Ruthless isn't necessarily wrong here. But as a counterpoint, I would also argue that Ruthless Studios had absolutely nothing to do with turning Art the Clown into the slasher icon that he is today. Like Baguette even claims here, he was in a remote location during that entire process pretty much. I understand making the argument that you should have had some sort of credit on Terrifiers 2 and 3, even though you didn't directly work on those films. That's one thing, but asking specifically for the profits to the two most successful films in the entire franchise by far, as well as all of the other collabs, merch, that just feels like a step too far for a guy who was allegedly in the middle of nowhere for multiple years while all of this was going on. I think art slasher icon
Facts. Because they want the money they're making of the Terrifier and Art the Clown. Because Art the Clown is a iconic icon now, ever. Because I'm worrying about Terrifier 4, what's going to happen.
status came from a lot of sweat, blood, and tears. I mean, no offense to the original Art the Clown actor Mike Gianelli, but it was David Howard Thornton's take on the character that really brought him to life. Thornton has been described by Damien Leone as a walking cartoon character, and he brings that goofy energy to Art with a sinister twist. The Art the Clown we see in All Hallows Eve feels a little more like a generic killer clown.
Please, he's following me!
Who's following you?
The man! He's in a clown costume!
There may have been some messy things going on with the contracts behind the scenes, but Ruthless absolutely cannot argue that they had anything to do with turning Art the Clown into an icon. At least not in my opinion. All Hallows Eve is a film that was never even on my radar until I started doing research on the Terrifier movies during the production of the first sequel. Art the Clown wasn't even remotely in the public eye until he popped up on Netflix in 2017. I will never forget the night I watched that film for the first time based on a recommendation from a buddy at work. This whole thing is
Yeah, I started watching Terrifier first. Then I went back to Hallow Eve, like the history about Art the Clown. But Hallow Eve, I don't like. But Terrifier 1, I really like it a little bit. I'll give it like an 8 out of 10.
crazy bogus, and I really hope it doesn't turn into another Friday the 13th situation. Look,
Okay, you know the Friday the 13th situation was? Let me tell you about it. Because there are two people one person owned the right to Friday the 13th. The other person owned the right to Jason Voorhees. Jason. That's why we don't have a Friday the 13th movie. Been a while.
Ruthless might have some sort of contract thing in their corner, but Damien Leone and all of the other people that worked so hard on Terrifier 1, Terrifier 2, and Terrifier 3 don't deserve this bullshit. The good news is this sounds a lot like a recent court case regarding the Scream franchise. So back in early February of this year, not even a month before Scream 7 dropped in theaters, a dispute came out over the rights to the Ghostface mask between Spyglass.
Okay, you know, Let me think of what I'm gonna say. You know, Spyglass is the studio at Paramount, and the other Ghostface mask was ownership with some other company. Forget what it's called, but it's been a while. If you use our Ghostface mask, can you put it in your movie. It's go, okay, sure, why not?
Media, Paramount Pictures, and Alterian Ghost Factory. Alterian claims they came up with the mask and intentionally slept on its purported rights in the iconic Ghostface mask used throughout the Scream franchise for 30 years. I think from that last statement, you can see the comparison between both of these cases. Basically, they were asking for some sort of compensation for creating the mask used in all 7 Scream films. The good news about this comparison between the Terrifier lawsuit and the Scream lawsuit is that back on May 7th, this was all resolved out of court. Some sort of settlement was reached and both parties dismissed their lawsuits. So I think there's a really good chance that some sort of settlement is going to be made with this.
So like now, like now like companies who make the mask, I go, I want to be, give me share of the money of the Ghostface mask, because you know, like when like horror movies going up, like getting popular, like Ghostface, Scream, same guy, wherever, Scream going up, Terrifier going up, getting more popular, Jason, Friday the 13th, they're like a bunch of lawsuits, and like, I want to be, give me some profit off the money. Now you want it now? Now like we're getting like a big hit. I go, dude, what the heck? You know what I mean? You don't want it now, you want it now? Make your own damn mind.
Terrifier 4 will still press onward. I think it would be devastating if Terrifier 4 doesn't get to be made because of something like this, especially considering the fact that all the fans have been left on a major cliffhanger as to where this whole thing is going to wrap up. If that doesn't get resolved because of something super petty like this, that would be the most frustrating bit of horror news I think I would ever cover on this page. I'm going to knock on some wood before I say this, but I really hope this is the last time that we're talking about this court case here on this page. Fingers crossed. What do you guys think about all this, though? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe. And as always, don't forget to kill it out there, y'all.
So, guys, what do you think about this lawsuit against David Leon? They'll have the right, or the other company have the right to Art the Clown. Is it fair? Or is fair? Give me your opinions in the comments. Like, share. See you on the next video. Peace. Rudy's out. Let me see. I have something else. All right, nothing going on. And I will drop the link when I play my music.
Yeah. Big Rudy in the building. Dust Squad. You already know what time it is.
Started from the bottom, now I'm aiming for the sky. Everybody talking big, but they never even try. Stayed focused on the mission, kept my eyes on the prize. Every setback made me stronger, every loss made me wise. Money on my mind, got the hustle in my veins. Built it from the ground, now they screaming out my name. Never switched sides, never folded for the fame. Real ones beside me, yeah, we all became the game.
One shot, one chance, better all the night. Hands up to the stars, watch the city lights. No fear, no doubt, we were born to fight. This moment belongs to us, we own the night. One shot, one chance, better all the night. Everything we dreamed is finally inside. No fear, no doubt, we were born to fight. This moment belongs to us, we own the night.
We on the move, got the whole squad rolling, every door closed. Found another one opening, people throwing shade, but the future keeps glowing. While the haters keep talking, we're the ones still growing. Got dreams bigger than the money and the fame. Trying to leave a legacy, not just another name. Stay loyal from the start, that's the reason we remain. When the pressure gets heavy, we embrace the pain. To the doubters and the critics, watching from afar, keep your comments, keep your noise. We're reaching for the stars, every scar tells a story. Every mile left a mark, now we're shining so bright, lighting up the dark.
One shot, one chance, better own the night. Hands up to the stars, watch the city lights. No fear, no doubt, we were born to fight. This moment belongs to us, we own the night. One shot, one chance, better own the night. Everything we dreamed is finally inside. No fear, no doubt, we were born to fight. This moment belongs to us, we own the night.
Big booty. Dust squad forever. We came too far to start now.
All right. I will close. So I'll be live stream probably on Saturday or Sunday. Continue on the Terrifier free franchise, and we'll move on to the next franchise music. And if you want to click the link, go for it. It's open mic. Don't be scared. I don't bite. It's open mic. If not, I wish you a good night and see you again.